is up, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are getting into the band Revenge of the Fate and the track Continuous. It is the new single from Revenge of the Fate. Revenge of the Fate are a Indonesian Deathcore band from Bandung, Indonesia. They were formed in 2009. They are a power trio, which is always awesome to hear, especially in deathcore or metalcore or more extreme music. And this is their new single. It looks like an album is forthcoming, but I haven't been able to find any official announcements on their website or their Facebook page. I had a lot of requests for these guys. I figured I'd just go ahead and do the new one because I did not remember which tracks were requested previously. And I truly apologize for that. It has been entirely too long. Several weeks since I've done an Indonesian band, and we've got a good amount of Indonesian subscribers. You guys are awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope this is as good as some of the others that we have done on the channel. So let's get into it. The band is Revenge of the Fate. The track is Continuous. And here we go. Really killer guitar tones to open this up. Really like the layering. Really like that clean tone under there as well. I like the clarity of the blasts. Really killer guitar textures. A lot of thought and care was taken into getting all those set up the way they are. Tones are deep and rich. Definitely get that very typical deathcore thing going on. I'm not sure I love opening with a breakdown, but that's a personal preference thing. Very typical pick scrapes in a break here. Really like those ambient textures, though, for the guitars. Really shifting well. I really like this main riff here. Certainly get the new wave of Swedish death metal influence you come to expect from deathcore. They really are relying on those breakdowns, though. Really amazing atmospheric and ambient textures. Those are really tasty. Actually, it makes me enjoy the breakdown quite a bit more. Great dive bomb into some really nasty, quick riffing, quick soloing here. Really like this side of his aggressive voice. Did a great job layering those aggressive vocals. Wish that spoken word was up just a touch in the mix, a little bit more clear. It's building really well. At first I was slightly put off by the breakdown to open it up, but they've done a great job building this track and pacing this track. Absolutely love the insanely massive wall of guitar sound and feel here, both with the rhythm guitars and all these ambient guitar textures. like that double bass cadence with the crash cymbals there. It's interesting that they chose to close this out mellow. I kind of wish they would have chosen to just beat me into oblivion to finish it up. But that was really strong. And I'll be quite honest, I'm hit or miss when it comes to deathcore. I feel like a lot of the issues I tend to have with deathcore is an over-reliance on breakdowns as opposed to songwriting. And because of that, I either really like it or I tend to not. There doesn't tend to be a ton of middle ground with me. However, that was really tasty. That was really tasty, really enjoyable. They certainly got that heavy crunch. They definitely got it from the breakdowns as opposed to other styles of riffs. The vocalist does a great job. There's certainly some layering, and there's certainly probably a little bit of processing there, but the vocals are really produced well to have that massive space, and I like where they are in the mix. I think the mix is very polished. That humongous wall of guitars and the amount of mid-range in that tone really, and the layering really thickens it up. I'd be really curious to look at the raws just to see how many different guitar tracks there are, but my guess is there's probably at least 3 or 4 per side. But it's layered well, it's mixed well, it's heavy, it's aggressive, the lyrics are intelligently written, the drum work is phenomenal. There's no bass, at least that's not really audible. You can't really hear the bass player. Unlike some of the other bands that I've done from Indonesia, where they mix the bass in a bit better. Oh, I'm trying to think of the name of the band. There's a couple I know that I've done, and just unfortunately they escaped me, but both mix the bass in really, really well. So I would like to hear a little bit more bass in the track, other than just kind of where the space that it's occupying. Vocally, really impressive. Drums are really well mixed. They're very clear, very crisp, and they're very forward in the mix. It's very clear that that's kind of where they want, how they wanted things, and it does come across very aggressive. It's very polished. It's a very, very slick mix that you certainly expect in modern deathcore, and I don't really have a problem with that because it doesn't sound sterile as opposed to some of the other stuff that I've heard recently. It's a great track. I certainly look forward to hearing more from them. I'm really curious to hear the new record, and I'm really curious to hear more of them as far as just see if they deliver more tasty riffs and if they don't just rely on a very breakdown heavy style. So hopefully when the new record comes out, I'll be able to feature some of it on the channel, and I look forward to going into their back catalog as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've done some Indonesian stuff. Dead Squad, that's the band I'm thinking of. Dead Squad, and the tracks that I've done from them, they mix their bass in really well in the middle of very technical death metal. So I'd like to hear a little bit of that mixed in. But certainly want to do more Indonesian stuff. I know I've got to do a track for Voices of Bastard Prop at some point as well. Links to Revenge of the Faith's Facebook will be in the description below. Please go check them out if you enjoyed them. Sure, if you're a fan of deathcore, you probably will like these guys. So hopefully they will gain a little bit of fans, because these guys sound like they're awesome. Great stuff. Thank you all. I love you. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you do every single day. As always, you have been awesome. I've been Baldman. See you in the next one. Be excellent to each other. Keep headbanging.